Lisa, and I thought I'd share where Jesus has been transforming my life. So here's a little bit of my testimony. I wasn't brought up in a Christian home. In fact, I wasn't brought up in the most conventional home. I left home very early age of 12, so I learned very quickly how to become very independent, and from the outside, looked like I was pretty successful. And it wasn't until I moved to another work setting, which is the Bridge in Malvern, where my perceptions of church had really been broken down. So I was surrounded by a lot of Christians, and I was definitely in that place of belonging before believing, and just kind of embraced within that community. And it was through kind of attending church with some work colleagues to see them in a whole different light, to see what Christian community looks like. So I did kind of throw myself in there, really. But my authenticity of faith didn't come just through being in Christian community. It really came when I had a really deep encounter with God, where I realised that he shared our humanity, and he came to this earth in order to release us from this fear of death, and to give us a relationship with our Creator, God in heaven. And it wasn't through that deep realisation of what Jesus had done for me, and how I'd been living my life so without him all of my 27 years, that I just fell in love and was just so bulldozed by what he'd done for me, that it completely transformed my life. So, what does that look like? Well, I can tell you that I am not the same person that I was 4 and a bit years ago. And every area of my life has completely transformed in such a new way. And there has been trials in that, of course, but re-entering relationships with family has been one of the most significant areas that I've seen Jesus at work, and walking through forgiveness and the healing journey, but actually, seeing that we can do relationships so differently with Jesus as being one of the most significant areas for both mine and Emma's life. Another area is just in parenting, just parenting Emma in a way that I would never have parented before knowing Jesus, and just giving her, in the hope to give her an eternal perspective that actually we have a purpose here on earth for God, and we are to live that life out, loving people the way that he loves us individually. I guess my heart for those that are listening that don't know Jesus and did have the perception that I had, where church is just a building. May I encourage you that COVID is teaching us exactly that it's not. That actually the foundations of Christianity is about a relationship with Jesus, and without that relationship with Jesus, then we cannot be transformed, and we cannot love the way that he loves us. So may I encourage you to open your eyes and open your hearts, and ask God to open those for you, and to meet with him so you can join him on your adventure.